not be more ready for an off day than they are right now. And I myself am, quite frankly, excited that they have an off day today on this Thursday because I can't even stand to look at them at this point. Aaron Nola is supposed to be a stopper. Not so much against the Cardinals. Zach Wheeler comes up in his turn in the rotation north of the border yesterday. He gets shelled. And here's the thing. I didn't think Zach Wheeler pitched terribly yesterday. I thought you faced a lineup that just crushed any ounce of a mistake that he made. The pitch that he made to Vladimir Guerrero that he golfed out the left center field wall, that was a bad pitch. He hit a bad pitch. And I'm not talking a bad pitch as in he threw a meatball across the plate or a beach ball across the plate. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. just belted it. I'm talking about he went down and got a pitch exactly that was headed exactly for Garrett Stubbs' mitt. The same type of thing that happened on the Hernandez home run as well, the first Hernandez home run. That was maybe an inch at most, a little higher than the target, and Hernandez just belted that one as well. He belted it, barely made it over the wall, but he hit a pitch that I think was still a good pitch made by Zach Wheeler. He at least was hitting his spots. He wasn't all over the place. But, man, they just had him down yesterday. And, yes, when they fired their manager and decided to go with Schneider, and we've seen it here firsthand in Philadelphia, what that can do to a clubhouse. Oh, guys are going to start to lose their jobs now. Guys pulling focus a little bit more and wanting to win that first game. It certainly looked like a motivated Blue Jays team yesterday. And the Phillies, on the other hand, just look lost over the last 4 games. And sure, when you lose a game 8-2, generally speaking, you're going to look at the pitching and go, damn, that pitching was really, really bad yesterday. But I'm still focused on the bats because this Phillies lineup has gone ice cold. And I was looking over the numbers. Since their 11-0 win they had in Washington against the Nationals, this team is averaging a run and a half per game. A run and a half per game. This is an 8-game stretch we're talking about. We had talked a lot at the end of the offseason, still in spring training, about Nick Castellanos, so we all know the disappointment that he's been. But Kyle Schwarber has been red hot. He's cooled off as of late. He hasn't hit a home run like every other at-bat like he was doing a couple of games ago. And they've been riding his hot bat. But it's been incredible to watch how terrible the Phillies offense has played over the last 8 games. They're lucky they've only lost 4 in a row, quite frankly. And you're waiting for somebody else to step up and help carry this baseball team. And it's just not happening. I mean, Bryson Stott, God love him. He likes playing in Canada, a couple of home runs. We'll hear from Rob Thomson coming up in just a second to talk about how Bryson Stott has been poised for a breakout, and maybe this is finally it. But all in all, I have been banging the drum to give Nick Castellanos some time off. Hopefully this day off, hopefully the All-Star break is what he needs to get on the right track. Sometimes the best way to solve a problem is to step away from it for a minute and then come back to it. That might be what needs to happen right now with Nick Castellanos. You know why? Because nothing else is working. And I don't know what you could do to jumpstart this lineup. But Rob Thomson also sounded like a guy that was excited to have a day off because this team needs a reset. But guys and it's not the same old stuff with watching Odubel Herrera struggle, for instance. This is going throughout the entire lineup, with the one exception of Bryson Stott over the last 2 games. But I'm talking about an 8-game sample size here for an offense that had been raking. And this isn't some incredible Cardinals team that they split the 4-game series with. This isn't some incredible Toronto Blue Jays team. As I mentioned, going into this series, there are a couple of games over 500. Same thing can be said for the Phillies. And then they go north of the border. They lose a couple of their key players in JT Realmuto. Obviously, they lose 2 starting pitchers in Kyle Gibson and Aaron Nola. So he had to jockey the rotation for them. And then Alec Boehm, also unvaccinated, but he has a dislocated finger, so we'll see when he's able to come back to the lineup, most likely after the All-Star break. Hey, look, get right on this day off, and then go to Miami and take care of business. Because sputtering into the All-Star break is not making anybody feel good about Phillies baseball. It feels like they're crashing back down to earth, quite frankly. And nobody wants to look at a Phillies team that's crashing back down to earth right now. And we were all riding a high. 2 games or a game into the wild card of the National League. This team is putting it together. Kyle Schwarber's red hot. Rhys Hoskins has been playing well. Aaron Nola and Zach Wheeler have been pitching well for the most part. And now now the fun is gone. Now it's like, okay, is this the part of the series? Is this the part of the season, where they had already played their best baseball? And now it's a matter of how far they're going to fall out of contention of the wild card. Because right now, this team is not giving you vibes of meaningful games in September. Nice run of a month. They won 8 of 10 series with Rob Thomson as their manager. They just lost one. They just split one. That's not the right trend to have going into the All-Star break.